Order.
O God, may your spirit and guidance be in us as we work for the benefit of all our people, for peace and justice in our land, and for the constant recognition of the dignity and aspirations of whom we serve. Amen.
Minister statements. Minister statements. Member statements. Member statements. Recognition of visitors in the gallery. Recognition of visitors in the gallery. Reports of committees on the review of bills. Reports of committees on the review of bills. Reports of standing and special committees. Reports of standing and special committees. Returns to oral questions. Returns to oral questions. Acknowledgements. Acknowledgements. Oral questions. Oral questions. Written questions. Written questions. Returns to written questions. Returns to written questions. Replies to Commissioner's address. Replies to Commissioner's address. Petitions. Petitions. Tabling of documents. Tabling of documents. Minister responsible for the Northwest Territories Housing Corporation.
Mr. Speaker, I wish to table the following documents. Follow-up letter for oral questions 337-19(2), addressing homelessness and housing in Hay River. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Minister. Tabling of documents. Tabling of documents. Notices of motion. Notices of motion. Member for Yellowknife North.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I give notice that on Thursday, August 27, 2020, I'll move the following motion. I move, seconded by the Honourable Member for Hay River North, that notwithstanding Rule 4, when this House adjourns on Thursday, August 27, 2020, it shall be adjourned until Thursday, August 15, 2020. And further, that at any time prior to October 15, 2020, if the Speaker is satisfied, after consultation with the Executive Council and members of the Legislative Assembly, that the public interest requires that the House should meet at an earlier time during the adjournment, or a later time than the scheduled resumption of the House, the Speaker may give notice, and thereupon the House shall meet at the time stated in such a notice, and shall transact its business as if they had been duly adjourned at that time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Member for Yellowknife North. Notices of motion. Notices of motion. Motions. Motions. Notices of motion for the first reading of bills. Notices of motion for the first reading of bills. First reading of bills. First reading of bills. Second reading of bills. Second reading of bills. Consideration in Committee of the Whole of Bills and Other Matters. Consideration in Committee of the Whole of Bills and Other Matters. Report of Committee of the Whole. Report of Committee of the Whole. Third reading of bills. Third reading of bills. Mr. Clerk, orders of the day.
Orders of the day for Wednesday, August 26, 2020, 1:30 p.m. Prayer, minister statements, member statements, returns to oral questions, acknowledgements, oral questions, written questions, returns to written questions, replies to Commissioner's address, petitions, reports of committees on the review of bills, reports of standing and special committees, tabling of documents, notices of motion, motions, motion 12-19-2, notices of motion for first reading of bills, first reading of bills, second reading of bills, consideration in Committee of the Whole of bills and other matters, report of Committee of the Whole, third reading of bills, orders of the day.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. This House stands adjourned until Wednesday, August 26, 2020 at 1:30 p.m.